Void Chronicles, Season 1, Episode 5, The Mask Shop. Night fell like a curtain. Lanterns across the festival town didn't dim, they brightened, like they were hungry for eyes. The music changed too, not louder, not softer, just hollow. People still laughed, but it sounded rehearsed, like they were copying a memory of joy. June led them through narrow streets, without slowing once. He didn't look back. He only spoke low, like the town itself could hear him. "Don't stare too long," June warned. The unmasked attract attention. Akari scoffed under her breath. Attention from what? June didn't answer. He just walked faster. Ray kept one hand near his book, like it was a weapon, and Ryu watched everything calmly, the way predators do when they're already learning the shape of the cage. They passed an alley. A drunk man stumbled into the street, laughing loud, like he couldn't feel fear. "Masks are for cowards," he shouted. Then he ripped the mask from his face and threw it aside like a joke. For a single moment, nothing happened. Akari almost smiled. And then, the air behind the man folded. Not like wind, like cloth being pulled tight. Something moved behind him, a shadow without form, a presence that looked like a curtain drifting in an invisible current. The drunk froze mid-laugh. His body began to fade, not violently, not loudly, like someone erased his name from the world. His mask hit the ground with a soft sound. Akari's face tightened. June whispered without looking away. "That's why I said you're already dead." Ray's eyes narrowed. "This zone's law isn't punishment." Ryu's voice answered quietly. "It's enforcement." June stopped suddenly. In front of them stood a shop that shouldn't exist. A narrow storefront tucked between bright festival stalls, but the space around it felt wrong. Too quiet, too still, like sound refused to touch it. A sign hung above the door. Kobayashi Mask House. Paper masks swayed gently outside. Fox masks, smiling masks, crying masks, blank masks. Each one felt like it was watching. June bowed toward the shop like it was a shrine. "Be polite." Akari frowned. "To a shop?" June's voice sharpened. "To what owns the shop." Ray paused. His eyes weren't afraid. They were careful. "So the shop is alive." June flinched. "Don't say that out loud." Ryu's smile lifted slightly, like the danger improved his mood. A bell rang as the door opened. Inside was warm, clean. Too clean. The air smelled like incense and old paper. Behind the counter stood an old man in a mask. Plain white, one crack running down the cheek. He didn't move like normal old men. He stood like a statue that learned to breathe. "Kobayashi," June whispered. The masked man spoke. "Welcome." Akari didn't bow. She didn't care. "We need masks." Kobayashi tilted his head slowly. "Everyone needs masks." Ray's voice came calm. "What is the cost?" A soft chuckle. "Good boy." Ryu's eyes narrowed. His smile remained. "Say it." Kobayashi lifted 3 masks. One carried faint blue markings, meant for Akari. One carried ink-like lines, meant for Ray. And one was blank. Smooth. Heavy. Meant for Ryu. The cost, Kobayashi said, is yourself. Akari's eyes narrowed. What does that mean? Kobayashi's voice stayed gentle. A mask cannot hide what you are. It reveals it. Silence. Rei took his. Akari took hers. Ryu took the blank mask. The moment his fingers touched it, Kiyomu's markings faintly pulsed somewhere deep in the vessel. Rei noticed instantly. Ryu. Ryu's voice stayed calm. I felt it. Jun hesitated. His hand hovered over the masks like the air burned. Akari noticed immediately. Why are you shaking? Jun forced a laugh. I'm not. Rei stepped closer. His tone was calm but sharp. You've been here too long. Jun froze, and then he whispered, I lost mine once. Akari frowned. Your mask? Jun shook his head. My face. That line made the air feel colder. Ryu's smile faded slightly. Explain. Jun's fingers trembled as he removed his mask. His skin looked normal, but his eye, one eye, was porcelain white. Blank. Jun's voice lowered. I broke the law once. And it didn't kill me. Akari's stomach twisted. Then what happened? Jun answered like he'd practiced the fear. It took half of me and left the rest alive as warning. Rei whispered, so the zone forgives. Sometimes. Jun shook his head. No. It collects debt. They stepped outside, and the street changed. Not slowly. Instantly. The festival sound died. Even the lantern flame looked scared. A figure stood ahead. A man wearing a smiling mask. But the smile was too wide, too stretched, too hungry. He didn't walk. He glided. Like his feet didn't accept the world's rules. Jun's voice shook. Enforcer, Rei whispered, a being made by the zone. Akari's flame sparked behind her mask. Ryu stepped forward calmly, wearing the blank mask. So this is what kills people. The enforcer tilted its head, then spoke. Its voice sounded like cloth tearing. Unmasked. Akari snapped. But we're masked. The enforcer pointed slowly. New masks. Unproven. Ryu's smile returned. So we have to earn permission to exist. Yes. And it attacked. The enforcer moved like it skipped frames. Akari barely dodged. Its hand grazed her mask. Crack! Akari flinched hard like the strike hit her soul. It reacts to the mask. Rei's eyes sharpened. The mask is the contract. Ryu stepped in first. Stillwater branch. A straight punch. It didn't land. The enforcer folded away like fabric, then countered, a palm strike. Ryu blocked, and still got shoved back 3 meters. Akari's voice sharpened. What the hell? Jun shouted like a man begging fate. Don't fight it like a person. Fight it like a rule. Rei's eyes widened. It's not a fighter. It's enforcement. Akari's blue funeral fire ignited, not as a blast, as threads, thin blades. She slashed. Her fire didn't burn flesh. It burned the smile on the mask. The grin warped. The enforcer staggered. Akari's grin returned. I can burn the rule off it. Rei stepped forward. Covenant. Proof of identity.
A glowing script stamp formed midair and slammed into the Enforcer's chest. The Enforcer froze like it got questioned by the world. Ryu didn't waste time. He appeared in its blind spot. Short elbow. Crack. The mask split. The Enforcer recoiled. Not pain. Violation. It screamed, "Illegal!" Ryu whispered, "Then punish me." And he struck again. The Enforcer regained motion. It raised one hand. The lanterns dimmed like fear was draining them. A new condition appeared, not written, but felt. Ray's face tightened. New law. June's voice shook. "It's trying to erase you." Akari barked. "Then erase it first." She stabbed her fire into the ground. Blue funeral fire spread in a circle. A funeral ring. The Enforcer hesitated at the boundary. "My fire draws borders," Akari said. Ray realized instantly. It can't cross a boundary with stronger meaning. Ryu smiled behind his blank mask. "Good." He stepped outside the ring. Ray snapped, "Ryu!" Ryu didn't look back. Someone has to test the rule. The Enforcer rushed him. Ryu stood calm. Stillwater branch. And in the exact moment the Enforcer folded, Ryu struck not flesh, but the contract point. A perfect hit. The Enforcer's mask shattered. Its body dissolved into cloth-like dust. Silence returned. June collapsed. Akari breathed hard. Ray stared at Ryu. Not impressed. Not relieved. Terrified. Because Ryu wasn't just fighting. He was learning. As the dust faded, a symbol flickered on the street tile. A carving that wasn't there before. A mask symbol. Ray crouched and touched it. A mark. June whispered, "The ones who survive get noticed." Akari swallowed. "By the zone?" June nodded slowly. "Or by whatever lives under it." Ryu looked down at the symbol. His smile returned. Small. Predatory. Good. Later, inside Kiyomu, Akari stared at her cracked mask like it was a wound. Ray searched books about contract masks. June sat quietly, shaken, like he'd just stepped into a story that won't let him leave. And Ryu opened the clan head ledger. He wrote, "This zone doesn't hunt bodies. It hunts identity. If you exist without permission, it erases you." He paused, then wrote again. "Power here isn't strength. It's acceptance." The lantern above him flickered once, and in the quiet, Ryu closed the book. Because he understood the truth now. In the end zone, the smartest rule wins.